Okay. So the modes you're going to use, this is your little switch. You've got on, off, charger only, and inverter only. On or off are the main modes you're going to use. Charger only is a mode that you can use if you're plugged in for an extended period of time somewhere. It's like I was telling him, if you get to like Sequoia or something, you're like, I want to stay for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Set it to charger only, plug into their shore power, and now you don't have to worry about if the park loses power, your battery getting drained. It'll just shut off if it's on charger only mode. And you won't have any power in here until the park's power comes back. But on or off, so on will allow power to come in from shore, go through the inverter and charge the battery. But if the shore power goes away, it'll immediately start pulling from the battery.
It's two-way.
Right. But yeah, the charger only mode is just a one-way. Power comes in from shore, powers your loads. The input current limit, that's if you are at a place where, let's say you pull up in someone's driveway and they're like, hey, here's a 15 amp drop cord. You can set this down to like 10 amps to not overload that drop cord. And now you have 10 amps available, but it'll still, you can turn on, like a microwave might use 12 amps, but we have it set to limit to 10. The extra 2 amps will be created from your battery. So it'll still run the loads, but that way we can limit the amount coming in so we don't overload a drop cord. It's kind of the idea.
But reduce our draw as well.
Correct.
Okay.
And it allows the solar to kind of work in conjunction with the shore when the input current limit is down. But let's say you got to an RV park that has a true 30 amp. You just set this to 30. And now it'll charge at a 30 amp rate. But the harder it's charging, the more heat that inverter puts out. So that's where y'all will kind of figure out when and how you want to do that. Because that's going to be pretty close to the bed. So
you don't want it while you're sleeping.
Right. You don't want to sit there and listen to that all night. Because who knows? You're not going to use a whole lot of power.
I'm sure in Yellowstone it's cold.
Right. But yeah, you'll be able to run little space heaters, things like that, no problem. Let's see here. We'll just do a quick run through of the battery. Oh, okay. Well, the positive value on the current means power's going in the battery. Negative value, power's coming out. It's that simple. Your voltages, if it's 12 volts or below, your battery's essentially dead. Lithium batteries at 12 volts are dead. Lithium batteries, most of the time you're going to see this at 13.2 or above. But once it hits 12, go ahead and shut some things off and turn the vehicle on, get it in the sun, or plug it in. One of those.
Okay.
Generate something,
yes. And the other thing too is, like, if you're out on the road and let's say y'all had a problem with something, what we'll ask you to do is go into here, hit your history tab, and send us the history. So a screenshot, or you can just export it by hitting this, and you can text the solar history to either me or Cynthia, and then we can figure out what's going on, what happened, why something's wrong, and how we can address it for you even when you're out on the road. And the same thing goes for all the other tabs. The battery, the inverter, whatever, you can click the history, send us a few things. She'll talk you through what to send us, and then we can figure out what's happened.
Okay.
That way we can support you while you're out on the road and out enjoying
Would you
this
like me
thing.
to
So to turn your inverter on and off from the app, you'll just click on this. I set all the passwords to 6 zeros, and you can change it if you want, but you'll turn your, go ahead, not now. You can turn your inverter off, hit OK, and you'll hear it click, and it's off. So if you want to turn your, and then you'll see the GFCI lights off. And then you want to turn it back on, hit OK, and the inverter comes back on.
Awesome.
So if you need to kill power for whatever reason, that's how you would do that.
Okay.
For your battery monitor, this is the one you're going to be kind of watching pretty regularly. I would say check this you know, every morning and stuff, if you're out there camping, this just shows you what your battery level is.
Okay.
And if you see right here how it calculates time remaining, so just running this fan, you got power for the next 4 days and 20 hours.
Okay.
As the loads increase, that number goes down. If you're putting more power in than you're taking out, that won't show there.
Okay.
It'll just, sometimes it'll say infinite, or it'll have just a line there. But this shows you how much is coming in and out of the system. For the solar, you can click on this and show you what you're bringing in when we get out in the sun. You know, all that'll be taken care of. And that's pretty much your system there. You don't have the touch screen or any of that stuff, but the app for a van like this is about all you need.